Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Who keeps moving my camera? Damn cats, I tell you. All right, there, we're good. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Whoever watches this in whatever time zone you are from, Aaron Jack. Good day, sir. So this came out of some breaking news this morning. Very interesting. Hey, we're getting a couple chatters in here. Good day, everyone. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to dive right into this. This is coming per, let's see, I'm picking this off of WrestleZone. It's the first place I went to just to find the press release because I don't know where the official press release came from or whatever. I don't know if WWE put it on their page. I went looking the other day in their news section and there was absolutely nothing. So, nothing pertaining to, Vince, creative, anything, So I figured I'd best go to a pretty reliable news page, which is, WrestleZone's pretty good. I mean, every page has their faults, but this one has been one of the more reliable ones, that I prefer. So teach their own, whatever. All right. So, and some of this isn't new, but part of this is new. So just bear with me here. So it says WWE. Oh, excuse me. And its board of directors today announced the appointment of Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan as co-chief executive officers. Ms. McMahon. Why does it say Ms. McMahon? Shouldn't it say Mrs.? Anyways, maybe they say, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. It just caught me off guard there. Ms. Isn't she a Mrs.? Has also been appointed chairwoman of the board. And Mr. Khan will continue to serve as a member of the board. These appointments follow Vince McMahon's retirement announcement on Friday, July 22nd. So maybe those specific things weren't labeled the other day. Maybe I didn't catch that. We are grateful for the opportunity to lead WWE together with our unmatched management team, says Ms. McMahon and Mr. Khan. We recognize this as a tremendous opportunity and responsibility, and we look forward to serving the WWE universe. Oh, there's that term again. Gotta love it. Additionally, here we go. So this is what we're going to primarily be talking about today. Additionally, WWE executive Paul Levesque, a.k.a. Triple H, will assume all responsibilities related to WWE's creative in addition to his regular duties. Below are preliminary, wow, words. This is only cup number 2, so bear with me. Below are preliminary financial results for the second quarter 2022. Further details regarding these matters can be found in the form. Okay, I don't need that. So his regular duties is, and it says at the bottom here, his regular duties are Executive Vice President of Talent Relations, and that was on July 20th. That was a couple days ago. And that was right after Vince declared his retirement. So This is interesting. Okay, now I'm back looking at the chat. We're getting some chatters in here. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, folks, you know what to do. Smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Tips are always an option if you're in Team Twitch. You can share some bits, or you can use the super chat or super sticker or the new thanks button if you're watching this on the replay in YouTube. Oh, there's also a new merch button right on the front of the YouTube page, and I don't know how fast this pops up here, but I've heard eventually you are going to be able to look below the video and see merch right there. Maybe that's not going to happen, but I've seen that. Maybe that's another thing. But on the YouTube page itself, the main channel page, there is a store option on there besides what you see in the link of the description and whatnot. So, some different things there. I'm trying to get the TNI one set up and it won't let me. I don't know why. But anyways, let's talk about some trips, shall we? And as we're discussing this, put it in the comments. Are you excited for this? Do you think this is a good change for the WWE? Or, like I said in my social media post, do you think it's going to be the same old? We're all going to have to wait and see. Here's a perfect example of a reaction. Courtney, Triple H is head of creative. Let's go. 6 fire emojis. Swag fan, WWE about to be up. Is that what the kids say? Is that a positive thing? About to be up? So my wife says in the morning, "Are you about to be up?" And I say, "Yeah, give me my coffee." Not kidding. Bonkers. Good day, Bonkers. Great to see Triple H in creative now. Aaron Jack says, "This is huge. I'm happy with Triple H in control of creative." Now, I know a majority of my viewers enjoy either AEW and or Impact Wrestling, okay? Because that's primarily what I talk about, but this is just big in wrestling, which is why I'm touching on it. I'm also touching on it because this, as me as a fan, because you know how I've been with WWE. Sometimes I've been, hey, I'm going to watch it on a regular basis and talk about the either news and or review or talk about the pay-per-views at least. I've been very back and forth over the last few years. Inconsistent at best. And that's just because I have not been happy with the product. It's, there are pages out there, God bless them, that they talk about this stuff on a regular basis, and they are miserable doing it. Well, you know what? Life's too short, damn it. I'm not going to do that. They can do that, as some people used to say, it's like, oh, so-and-so watches Raw so that we don't have to, okay? And some people used to, say that about me too. Courtney says, I heard Bruce was safe. Is that true, J-Bone? I don't know. I have no idea. I have not heard as far as what he's going to be doing creatively or backstage or whatever. See, with Triple H head of creative, He's going to be sitting in Gorilla with the headset with a team. What is said team going to be around him? Is he going to bring in his own guys? Is he going to try to bring in guys that were with him before? What is he going to do? We're going to have to wait and see. Aaron Jack here says, I'm interested to see if he makes any changes to SummerSlam, which will be his first pay-per-view in charge of this role. Very true. Very true, Aaron. Bell's boy, I will believe this once it's officially announced. Until then, I'm very skeptical. Well, it is official. It is official. This came straight from WWE. And so as far as news, but as far as change, are you talking about the change as far as things changing? We're gonna have to wait. Oh, okay. Here's another example of being on the fence, if you will. I'm unsure. I didn't really like old black and gold NXT. Okay, so that's rare. A lot of people did. And black and gold was very successful, but they've also lost a majority of the people that were a major part of that. Johnny Gargano, Undisputed, all those guys. It's the bone in the AM, right? Impact and Eagle says it will probably be better. Vince got out of touch a while ago. Okay. Swag fan says, yeah, it's a positive. LOL. All right. Yeah, Bonkers says, could we see better storylines, right? So yeah, this is a, we're all speculating at this point. But it is an absolute fact that fans have been talking about this and salivating for this moment for almost 10 years now. When the black and gold really kicked off 10 years ago, between 2012 and 2013, and it really got going on their own, it changed, it evolved from Florida Championship Wrestling to NXT, and that creative really became its own brand. And they stepped up in their own, production of development. It went from just being, a handful of people around ringside. I mean, the action was still good, but it came off as real, your indie down the block as far as production. As far as, I should say, production was good. As far as presentation, okay, let me put it that way. Some comments about Rey Mysterio in the chat. Yes, congrats to Rey Mysterio for 20 years. Wow, I remember when he came in. What an amazing time. So, and I was thinking about this right before I went live too. Last video I was talking about Vince and my, how much I was paying attention to WWE, and I had just canceled my my Peacock, because I was like, and this is all right prior to Vince stepping down and all these changes happening. do I, as a fan, because I've got till like the end of the month to change my mind and reignite my Peacock so I can watch the pay-per-views and watch for changes. I mean, I can watch on a regular basis. I can watch Raw. I can watch SmackDown. Still not watching NXT. Oh, sorry. Let me turn this off. You know, do I, as a fan, because of this, give this another chance? And I'm also asking you that because I know some of you watch it still on a regular basis. You know, for example, Courtney. Courtney watches tons of different kinds of companies in wrestling. Some of you may just keep up as far as what's going on social media, watching clips just so it's kind of like in the back of your heads. And some of you may be, you know, in between. Who knows what kind of fan you are? Pell's boy, proud as a peacock, elbow cough. Here's Swag Fan says, I get the skepticism, but Triple H is a student of the game, no pun intended. I didn't watch NXT, but he did an amazing job with it. I know. Yeah. Yeah. So part of me, honestly, is very tempted to fire up my Peacock again and give this all as I'm skeptical. Yes, I'm very skeptical, but I am also my curiosity level is up there, you know? And I'm going to kind of compare this to, in a similar way, you know how Vince creatively turned fans away with his booking inconsistencies, booking of the women's division, you know, all these little things that maybe turned into big things for fans that turned them away and maybe pushed them to try watching something different like Impact and or AEW. Okay. Now, do those fans that got turned away see this news and go, oh, Triple H is in charge now? I wonder what it's going to be like. Will it be different? Will it be better in their opinion? And it's yeah, it really makes me wonder how it's going to be. I mean, there were times when I was a diehard WWE fan. So there's always going to be part of me that loves the brand. But as far as how much to a degree to give my time to it on a regular basis to check it out and whatnot. And, you know, here, Aaron Jack with another question here. My question is now, will Shane come back to help out? Well, I've been hearing some things from other sources, you know, like Wrestle Talk and whatnot, other What Culture or Cultaholic, what, you know, one of those, talking about the relationship with Shane McMahon because Vince had fired him earlier this year for creatively upsetting him, whatnot. So now things are different. Will he come back? Well, so I believe they said that Stephanie and Shane still don't get along very well or whatever. That's so take that with a grain of salt. I don't know how much of that is true. You know, they are family, but family, you know, does get a little perturbed with each other from time to time, just like any family. So I really don't know. You know, could we see him come back? I don't even know what he's doing now. I have no idea. He was working for like a cable company for a while, and then he was doing some other stuff, and then he came back on a pretty regular basis. So I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, Bell's Boy says, I hope that Triple H will reunite the 4 Horsewomen and have them finally run roughshod on the main roster. I've been waiting for this for the past 6 years. Yeah, and that is another thing. Well, not necessarily the Horsewomen, but part of that. Yeah, Bonker says time for changes is needed. People have been saying it for a while. There is some speculation, like, and I'll just say, take this with a grain of salt. Now that Vince is gone and certain people from backstage are gone, Johnny Laryngitis, do Naomi and or Sasha Banks come back? Is that enough for them to come back? With Stephanie, and I don't really know what kind of relationship the roster has with Nick Khan. So for now, I'll just say Stephanie. I'll keep it with the McMahon side of things. McMahon / Levesque, with Stephanie in charge, her husband, Paul, a.k.a. Triple H, of course, head of talent and creative, will this bring some people back? We're going to have to wait and see. I got to tell you, I am very curious if we're going to, and there was that announcement right before Vince stepped down about going back to the TV 14 era, PG 13, or whatever you want to call it, a little edgier. Bell's Boy, you like that? Johnny Laryngitis. I don't know where I got that from. I got that from someone and it just stuck. So I just use that all the time. Because, damn, what else do you call him, It could lead to a lot of things. Yeah, Courtney says, I want Johnny Gargano back and on the main roster. People want Bray Wyatt back. He's been teasing some stuff, but it's real vague as far as, you can't tell, like, okay, well, I'm going to show up here or I'm going to show up there. It's real vague, It's like telling his fans to have patience or whatever he said on social media here and there. Barry, yeah, this has been another point of discussion too. Next, Kevin Dunn needs to go ... Black and Gold NXT. Kevin Dunn was a Vince McMahon guy. I know fans. There's a bulk of fans that can't stand him for his camera, the earthquake camera or whatever you want to call it, the shaky camera. I don't know what his future is. Bell's Boy wants Gilbert. I don't think that's going to happen. Good luck. I mean, you can certainly, send some emails like, hey. I don't think that's going to happen. Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Could we see major changes as soon as tonight? tonight, this is the go home week for SummerSlam. SummerSlam is this coming Saturday, I believe. And I don't even know what half the card is. I know a lot of it was built around Roman and Brock, and there was some question as to what's going on with Brock because of Vince retiring. He left. If he's out, I'm out. He came back. What's going to happen? I don't know. Oh, yeah, here's another great example. Bonkers says Ciampa is a Triple H guy, so he could get a push. Yeah, Ciampa is, I mean, hey, he's one of Milwaukee's finest. I may not watch him much or whatever he's doing lately, but still one of my favorites. You know, gotta push the Milwaukee guys. Like I'm from Milwaukee. So big talented. His story is a touching one. You know, the whole thing where he got injured, went away, came back, and now he's on the main roster. So it's like real, you know, what happens to him? We're going to have to wait and see. Barry says, give Tessa Blanchard a chance. Well, some fans are giving her a chance. I don't know. You know, some fans want her on a big stage. Some are like, no, you know. I've given my opinions plenty about her in the past. I have watched some of her indie matches. Haven't seen a lot of change, but some, like I said, some indies are, you know, she is showing up here and she is showing up there. Warrior Wrestling. I don't know where was the one that I saw her down south in Texas. She had a great match with the Lucha Baddie. Can't think of her name. Elise, whatever her name is. Sorry. Good match. And the crowd popped for her. So, I don't know. I don't know. So, and I know one of the big discussions, if we switch gears for a moment, was about all this stuff with Gresham. I have not watched a majority of, I watched a little bit of the pre-show of Death Before Dishonor. So I heard results. I heard it's I'm taking all this with a grain of salt, the news that I heard, because a lot of it was from a source and just spread around by others. So I don't we'll have to see what the future is for Gresham. I don't know. Like I said, with the original source from where it came from, you got to take that with a grain of salt, folks. Just saying. Now, there was an interview that came out prior, and I listened to a little bit of it, but not the whole thing. So the day before all of it happened, Wrestling Purists had a half an hour to an hour interview with him. I got to listen to that and see what his talking points were on there. So, yeah, in my time this week, I'll try to watch it, maybe give some thoughts on it at some point. We'll see. Maybe by Wednesday, we'll see. Bell's Boy or Miranda Lee's, yeah. So yeah, I don't want. If you're curious on my opinion on it, I really don't want to touch on it much, just because I am taking it with a grain of salt. I haven't checked all the sources and everything yet, and and stuff from Jordan Grace apparently is out there too. I haven't looked at that. I was way too busy yesterday because of my son was in the musical Legally Blonde in a lead role, so absolutely killed it. If you follow me on the Instaneck and or the Facebotch, I shared it on there. So shared some on-stage pictures and stuff. So damn proud of him. Unbelievable. Kid's killing it. Going to be a junior this year. Amazing stuff. All right. So that's my thoughts on Triple H. By all means, put your stuff, if you're watching this after the fact, please leave your comments, pro or con. Are you excited for this change? If you haven't watched, are you willing to give it another chance, given everything going on? Yeah, Tully Blanchard apparently gone from AEW Ring of Honor to that huge change. I don't know if that was a contract thing or if he asked for his release. Not a lot of details that I've seen on that. But yes, I have heard that he is also gone and that they brought back the Prince Nana. Now, that Prince Nana character, I have heard of him, but I haven't seen a lot of his stuff. But I know he is a big name in the past history of Ring of Honor. So, hey, kudos for him, getting that job back, and he can be a great mouth for some people. So, but what's Tully doing? We don't know. It was fun to see him back for a while. It was interesting. I don't think he was the best out there, but it was, he was a fresh face out there, as far as a legendary face. And it was interesting to see him in that role, backing up some of the younger brands. So, So yeah, I'll wrap this up here. Didn't want to talk about this too long, but it is a hot topic today. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And on your way out of here, or if you're watching on the replay, don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of my content hits your screen. All right, you have a great day, folks. God, do I sit down tonight and watch 3 hours of Raw? Maybe. We'll see. Much love, folks. Take care. Have a great rest of your Monday.